cammini piano.
The heat. From let's say mid-June, the heat is constantly there, and this makes sleeping quite difficult and going outside during lunchtime almost impossible for most of us, even Italians. And when you wake up, you feel the heat, and when you go to bed, you guessed it, it's still there. It's a constant factor, and I assume many Italians are used to this. And so for me as a straniera, this is something that I struggle with even a lot. I find myself when I'm outside, because I have to buy water or other essentials, almost screaming at the sun because it's always there, making my life harder in these summer months. And when you come home, it's not so much better. Yes, I can use the aircon or the fan, but I'm basically stuck at the house and it feels quite isolating. I heard many Italians complain this year that it's pretty not vivibile, unlivable in the evenings. You always hope for some type of breeze, and when that is not coming, you feel like, oh shit. I believe everything and everyone in life has a purpose, but with this creature I feel only anger and hopelessness. In Italy you have the zanzare in a lot of houses nowadays. Those are insect screens that should protect you from mosquitoes so you can air the house when you feel like it. And this year I'm the lucky one that got introduced with the infamous serafiche. Those are tiny ass mosquitoes that are the Turo version of the classic one. They get through the insect screens very easily, and on top of this, once inside a house, it's really hard to get rid of them. They seem immune to any bug spray and they are very fast, so it's almost impossible to kill them. And they don't make sounds, and their bites stay much longer, and the itch you get from them are horrible. They definitely make my summer feel like hell. Blackouts. I cannot say how many blackouts we had this summer. It is when people are overusing their aircon and fans because it's impossible to function without, and then boom, for God knows how long you have to do without electricity. It can vary between 1 hour until a couple of hours even, and then you're in the pitch black dark and wish you had charged your phone before. Don't even mention your fridge that is stocked with food that you probably can throw away the next day. The reason why I sleep with the fan is not even the warm breeze it provides, but I know mosquitoes, they hate draft, and so I always try to strategically place the fan so I'm right in the middle of the draft. But of course, when there's a blackout, you're basically doomed. Constantly washing your clothes, because after every wear you have been sweating and your clothes have become icky and it's just mandatory to do so. I cannot even understand how big families are dealing with all of these washing rounds. The only good thing is that laundry dries super fast, but it takes so much organizing and prepping, and I don't know, it's just one side effect that is not. The struggle to find the right moment for a walk, a run, or a bike ride, and having to adjust your whole schedule to the weather. Waking up very early to have some kind of fresh morning outside and a walk without sweating all over, and an early sleep so you can actually get up that early. I'm talking 6 a.m. What I absolutely do not understand about this country is why they don't run a special summer schedule for essential stores like supermarkets and butchers, fruttivendolo, etc. Some of these places, they open at 9 a.m., which in most places it's already too hot to be outside even. I've seen many bars open at 6 a.m. or in big cities like Florence and Rome, but why not supermarkets and essential stores? This would be so convenient. I know, very probable because of the labor limit laws, but I'm like, they can also close earlier. Even if it's open at 7:30 instead of 8 a.m., that would help a lot. I mean, it's a country of creative solutions. The humidity that is in the air, making you feel constantly wet and sweaty. When I step out of the shower, not even knowing if I'm already sweaty or still wet from the shower. And once you have tried yourself walking 2 steps and you're sweating all over again, which makes it almost impossible to apply sunscreen for the day. But on top of this, high humidity can promote the growth of mold and fungi and can damage furniture, walls and wooden floors and compromises air quality, and as a result of this it can even worse your allergies and respiratory issues. And so probably ventilating rooms is very important. And then of course types of mosquitoes can enter in that process. Do you feel my frustration? High prices at seaside places that are costing you an arm and a leg if you haven't booked in the winter. It is crazy how much it costs nowadays to get a simple accommodation for a normal price if you want to spend some quality time at the beach in Sicily. Adoc Nazionale says that for a simple day at the beach, a family of 4 in Italy can spend around 80 to 100 euros, and this covers only an umbrella and sunbeds in a budget area. In the south, where prices range from 100 to 200 euros a day for 2 sunbeds and an umbrella, in Polignano a Mare to as much as 580 euros in Capri, which is assurdo in my opinion. Not even mentioning how busy it is on the roads, as everyone tries to get to the seaside since the heat is in fact becoming unbearable in the summer months. And this also makes the hunt for free beaches like a sport, and if you found a free spot, you have to share it with a lot of other people. Nobody talks about this, but summer is supposed to be a happy season. Yet, when you're exposed to high temperatures for weeks on end, it can actually make you more annoyed by things and people, less focused, and simply more tired. Your body's working hard all day just to regulate itself, and sometimes you don't even realize how tired you are until you're suddenly snapping at someone over something completely insignificant. So by the end of the day, you probably have less energy and patience left for everything else that includes being polite and this cheerful person that you normally are. And these things take a lot of effort in the Italian summer. And you start noticing it around you. People argue more easily, we have less patience with each other, and sometimes we're simply exhausted from going through the same cycle every day. I did not want to make this video to talk bad about Italy. I wanted to make it to show you the realness of living here in summer. Of course, there are also happy days where it does rain a little bit and you feel instantly happy, not just for you, but also for everyone else and the plants that need it so much. Italy teaches you again and again that you can be resilient and get through hard times. You do feel grateful when you can finally walk outside again and it's not too hot to do so. I know the whole of Europe is dealing or has dealt with heat waves, and I wanted to say I'm with you. I feel for you and we can get through this. I hope this video was helpful nonetheless, and that I see you again in the next one. I hope to see you there. Ci sentiamo. Un abbraccio grande.